my god. Oh my god. Anyways. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ojasi Swar, and today we're going to be talking about the most complicated relationship I have had throughout my life. As you can tell by how I look, my week has been super busy. It's finals week and I'm going home in a bit, and I'm so busy and I have not been able to film. I was in the library for like the entire day today, and then I came home early because I was supposed to go to work, but I don't work until another hour. So now I have this hour time span, and I was like, I need to get this done. I need to film a video in this time crunch that I have. So excuse my look. It's reading day. I didn't have classes. I didn't feel the need to dress up. I just want to give a disclaimer. The topic I'm going to be talking about today is very sensitive, and if it is going to trigger or affect you in any way, then please leave right now. But if you're curious and if you want to watch and then you get triggered later, then I'm sorry. Yeah. The most complicated relationship I've had is my relationship with my appearance. Whenever I try to open up in front of cameras or open up in public, I have this fear of looking like someone who wants attention because of previous experiences I've had where I tried opening up and I was labeled as someone who was seeking attention and not someone who was actually going through something. I understand that people at that time were super ignorant, so it's on them and it's on me for opening up to the wrong people. But every time I try to open up, I feel like that, and it's a bit difficult for me to open up, especially in a public platform. But I am doing it today because recently, with everything piling up, everything being on my shoulder constantly, this relationship has gotten a bit more complicated. Before getting into my journey with this relationship, I just want to address how this started. Okay, many people might think that when it comes to people who have complications with how they look, it's because they have heard comments from people around them. They think it's because of people around them. Some people around them might have some sort of something to do with why they feel that way. But for me, I feel like more than what people said or did, it was myself personally that inflicted this complicated relationship on myself. I grew up as a kid who was a bit on the chubbier side. I loved food, I loved milk, according to my parents and anyone I meet. Yeah, so I used to drink a lot of milk, hence I was a bit on the healthier side. I didn't really notice that until I started realizing that my friends aren't as chubby as I was. See, no one in my community, no one ever pointed it out to me that I was fat. It was just me comparing myself to people around me that made me realize that I was fat. I'm gonna lean back a bit because I'm super tired. I feel like having this complicated relationship with how I looked has really affected many other aspects of my life. It has affected my relationship with people, it has affected my relationship with food, it has affected my relationship with everything in life. At first, I didn't really feel as though this was a problem because I didn't grow up in a society that really talked about problems like these. So I didn't really know that this was a problem until the experiences became so abnormal that I just could not ignore it. And by those, I mean, there would be days where I wouldn't eat at all, and then there would be days where I would eat so much. There would be days where I would exercise to the extent where I couldn't even properly breathe. There would be weeks where I wouldn't exercise at all. And no matter what I did, every time I looked into the mirror, I did not feel satisfied. I did not feel satisfied with how I looked. That was during my teenage years, okay? Slowly as I grew up, I started going on this healing journey, and I don't know if I can call this a healing journey because I lost weight and people in my life started complimenting me for that. They started making me realize that I have lost weight, which I don't blame it on them. I was super happy back then. Even now when I get compliments about my weight, I'm like super happy. That's like the best compliment anyone could ever give me. That time I was like, okay, so now I look better, like now I look good because people are telling me so. So I look good, I don't have to lose any more weight, I don't have to exercise as much. So I used to think like that, and slowly that inflicted my healing journey. I started trying to accept the way I looked, and by the way I look I mean the skinnier version of me. And I started accepting that, and slowly I think my brain just started developing more. Then I started like not paying much attention to how I looked. I won't say I did not pay attention at all. Oh my god, I feel like I pay more attention than anyone ever does to how they look. It was a bit less compared to before, and slowly that affected part of me was completely gone. At least I thought so. Until very recently, I am back. Like, it's back. And I don't know how I feel about it. And this time too, it's not because of what anyone has said to me or anyone has done to me. See, when I was here for like the past few months, I've been going to the gym consistently. I've been trying to eat healthy. I've been so consistent. I've not said anything bad about my appearance. I'm trying my best. I had been trying my best to accept how I look. But what inflicted this recent trigger is that everyone in my life started getting into a relationship. Everyone started getting into relationships. Everyone started getting into talking stages. Men were approaching them. They were getting complimented by each other. And I am someone who notices a bit too much. So I started noticing that I don't get complimented like them. The clothes they wear don't look the same on my body. The makeup they do don't look the same on my face. The hairstyles they do don't look the same on my hair. I started noticing the way guys talk to them, they don't talk to me like that. See, it has gotten to the point where I've started questioning my race. Like, I'm like, is it because I'm not white? Is it because most of my friends are white? And I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what is it that is making everyone else in my life get into a relationship but me? So I started questioning my appearance again, and I started getting into this weird spiral of struggling with my appearance again. And obviously having finals and everything is acting like a distraction. I don't really get to think about all that. But I talked to a friend yesterday, and it kind of helped me align my thoughts and change my perspective on this. Even if I grew in a culture that says women are only successful if they're married, my parents never believed in that, and they have raised me in a way where they've told me that I need to be able to stand on my own feet, and that's when I'm successful, not when I get married. A relationship, a marriage does not mean the entire life. So as someone who grew up with parents like that, I think I would be insulting my parents if I thought that I need to be in a relationship because everyone else around me is. You know, throughout my teenage years, I pushed myself to realize that external validation is nothing compared to internal validation. Now I'm 20, and now I'm seeking for external validation so bad. Like, isn't that so weird? Like, the entire healing process of last 10 years completely gone because everyone around me is getting into a relationship. How is something external affecting me internally? You know, I think that's very immature of me. But yeah, sorry, today's video wasn't as positive, or I didn't really come up with any solution or anything. I just needed somewhere to vent, and as you guys know, I use my YouTube channel as a platform to vent because I don't really know who's watching my video and liking my videos. So yes. Thank you for watching. Ignore my crusty, dusty, musty look, but yeah, I have to go to work now, and then I have to study, and yeah, bye bye.